Now, we're moving from outside and we're demonstrating it in our designs. My little brick is not facing the direction of light. It has got a middle tone. It is darker at the point where light no longer shines. But the most important thing to realise is that the brick creates a shadow on the floor and creates a shadow on the brick behind it. I want us to demonstrate an understanding of shadows. All of these objects create shadows. Shadows are darker where they start. As they move out, light gets in from elsewhere and they get a bit lighter. The shadow climbs up the objects. Okay, now in our design here, we have a street sign. The street sign is in front of the number 5. The street sign creates a shadow on the round part of the number 5. But we must remember the shadow started here. And then it climbs up and goes around that number 5. In our designs, this square is in front of the triangle. The square must create a shadow on the triangle. I want us to demonstrate shadows. The balloon may be creating a shadow on the square. The shadow becomes wider on the triangle because the triangle is further away from the square. So the shadow becomes wider. I want us all to demonstrate an understanding of shadows. There we are. We focused on doing the tones for a balloon and a bubble. Now I want us to look at a ball. I've got my ball. My ball is placed below the horizon. And I said to everybody, you must put a geometric pattern on the ball. Remember, the ball is below the horizon. So I asked you to put a geometric pattern on the ball. So the ball has curves. The curves go under, they do not go over. If the ball was above the horizon, these curves would be that way, like a rainbow. But because it is below the horizon, they curve upwards. They must look like they're getting narrower, following the laws of perspective. The shape nearest to us must be the largest shape. As they move around the ball, they get narrower. These demonstrations I did in class with most of my groups. But if you missed it, now you've got it here on YouTube. All right, I'm going to leave it like that. Now, what I want us to observe is that the ball must have a highlight. So I want to demonstrate that highlight. You can only make the highlight shine by having darker tones around it. All of the top of the ball is facing the sky. Light comes from above. Now, these are triangles, blue triangles, but I'm doing it with a lead pencil. These blue triangles are also affected by the direction of light. They are not divorced from the power of light. You must put them in, and you must show how light affects them. Now, underneath the ball, try to do things very, very fast. Underneath the ball is now no longer facing the direction of light, so it becomes darker. I don't want to spend a lot of time on underneath or the back of the ball, because we should automatically know that it is darker. What I'm trying to encourage and emphasize is that if you observe properly, you will see next to the highlight, you would find the darkest tone there. That is what I'm trying to emphasize. That highlight is the same on round objects, just as the same as it is on geometrical right-angled objects. But on round objects, it is more subtle. On cubic objects, it's obviously more dramatic. I think that's as far as I'm going to go. I'm trying to do something fast. All I'm trying to emphasize is at the point where light no longer shines, you would find a dark tone. So I want you to demonstrate at the point nearest to you where light no longer shines, we are going to find a dark tone. That makes your work more dramatic, more interesting. So I want us to demonstrate that.